Coach. Start with James Ham.
Hey, Luke, how are you?
Good, James. How are you?
Good. Hey, we just spoke to DaQuan. Just how good is it to have him back out on the practice floor? And I know it's going to be hard, but how does he fit into this puzzle moving forward, or is it going to be a while for him?
It was great to have him back. He's, just he plays physical. He hits people. He plays above the rim. We really liked what he did for us in limited opportunity last season. So we're excited to have him back. Now, that being said, he hasn't played basketball all season long between the injuries. So we'll look to get him some opportunities where we can. But there's not a lot to there's not an amount of minutes I can just throw at him right now. So we'll be looking for opportunities to get him in there while he continues to practice and play and get some more basketball under his belt.
Who have you had him working with while he's been sort of rehabbing and getting back out onto the court?
Different people. Like, it depends. When we go on road trips, we leave them home. Akatsi has been the player development guy working on the basketball stuff when the rest of us are on the road, and we leave trainers with him. Then when we get back, depending on if it's 3-on-3 type of day or individual day, that coach will change too. But yeah, he's someone that we're excited about, and it's nice seeing him back out here.
Matt George.
Hey, Luke, good to talk to you. Robert Woodard had his debut, a very impressive debut in the G League bubble yesterday. I believe Jemias Ramsey's about to have his debut here in a few minutes. Did you watch Woodard's game, and how closely are you and the Kings following what those two are doing in Orlando?
Yeah, we're following closely. We have contacts out there. Jemias hasn't played a game yet, but the reports are from camp that he looks really good. He's getting some really solid work in, so we're excited to see him play. That's why it's great that we're able to do something, right? Because these guys are getting no minutes, and not just them. Most of the young players around the league aren't getting an opportunity to play or practice much. So it's a great experience for them. Excited about Robert's game. I got the edit sent to me. I haven't watched it yet, but I'll get to it at some point today.
Did you tell either of them or both of them, give them any kind of message or goals or anything in particular before they left that you wanted to see out of them, or was it just go and get some reps?
Yeah, go have fun playing basketball. They're going to different teams, so you don't know exactly what they're going to be told, but you got to listen to whoever your coach is that's there. So I told them to enjoy themselves having basketball. I said, look, this is the way that professional sports work, and you get an opportunity to play, make the most of it. Everybody's watching, and it's a chance to get better. So they were both excited to go, which is what you want. You want players that want to go play basketball. So excited to see the next couple weeks play out for them.
Sean Cunningham.
Hey, what's up, Luke? Just when you look at the last game against the Sixers, and we were talking a lot about how big that team is, how physical it is. Do you feel you guys have maybe turned a corner in combating some of that physicality? And like, obviously, maybe seeing them a few weeks ago would have been a completely different result. But how well do you think you are able to shoulder teams like that now?
Well, yeah, we're doing a better job of it. We still get hurt, with some of that stuff. Even looking at the Orlando game that we won at the beginning of when we were started to turn this around a little bit. They were killing us on the offensive glass. It's they really beat us up. Now we're beating people up on the offensive glass too. But it's one of the main things we have to continue to look to improve on is our defensive rebounding. And we know that sometimes part of that has to do with us playing guys that might be smaller than who they're matched to. But there's nights we've done good jobs of it. And those are the nights that it's 5 guys attacking the glass. It's help side defense. I think Harrison's done a great job of playing up against bigger people. I thought De'Aaron in that Philly game got matched on Tobias a few times, got matched on Ben Simmons a few times, and really held his own to where it looked like they were trying to pick that matchup out, and after a few failed attempts at it, they went away from it. And I think you got to give De'Aaron a lot of credit for that. So, yeah, we're getting better at it. Our guys are scrapping and playing extremely hard. But there's been some definite progress from the start of the season to now.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned De'Aaron. Obviously, there's a ton of chatter with the season he's having, and obviously with the All-Star consideration, and because the coaches have such a voice in that and picking reserves. Do you start campaigning for your player? What's that look like with just kind of you trying to maybe help ring the bell with some of these coaches and give him some recognition?
De'Aaron is having a heck of a year. And yes, I'll be campaigning for him. I'll be campaigning for De'Aaron. Yeah. And if he doesn't get selected, then he gets some extra rest and gets to stay home. So, yeah, but he's having a heck of a season right now, and it's good that he's in those talks.
Hello, Coach. I would like to ask you, what do you carry on from the game against the Sixers about the game against the Magic?
Well, we had to carry on everything from there's always this journey that you take. There's always you take a step forward, it's a little bit back. So we're constantly just trying to push the team to get better. And so what we need to take is that same type of fight we gave in that game, which has really been the same type of fight we've been given in every game. We got to continue to work on cleaning up our turnovers, defensive rebounding, not fouling. We got to start making some free throws when we get to the foul line. There's a lot of things that we know we got to get a lot better at. But we're just slowly trying to keep it moving in the right direction.
And also in the last 10, 15 days, you made some great wins against the Clippers, against Nuggets, against Celtics. You fight until the end against Sixers. How far from the top level teams you feel you are right now?
Well, the way we're playing right now, we're playing pretty well. We're giving ourselves a chance. I think you look at a lot of the top teams, and they've either been together for a while or they have multiple all-stars that have been stars in this league for a while. So we know that we're not there yet, but we like our guys. We like the direction we're headed in. And we're giving ourselves chances, which is exciting to see.
Jason Jones.
Hey, look, how you doing?
Jason.
Hey, you do have a couple of days off. How do you manage the minutes in practice for guys like Harrison, who's carrying a big load on both ends? De'Aaron's playing a lot of minutes. Obviously, you want to get guys on the court and get some work in, but I imagine you also want to give them as much rest as possible with another 3 and 4 coming up.
Yeah, it's a great question, Jason. And it's just trying to find that balance. We went less than an hour today. We got our reps on the defensive end that we need to continue to rep out. We did a little bit of scrimmaging up and down, just because, in this league, when you don't practice, it produces sloppy results. And we've seen that, not from us, from every team, when you don't get that opportunity. So we got out there and scrimmaged a little bit, and it was sloppy. So hopefully we got that stuff out of the system today so that tomorrow we're cleaner. But also keeping in mind that we're trying to stay fresh for the 3 and 4 coming up. So it's just a balancing act. I don't think there's a perfect or a correct answer to it. It's, group to group. But it was nice to get 2 days without a game.
And without having to shoot arounds the way the season is shaping up, are guys getting more film sent to them? Are you doing more virtual things going over with them? How do you also manage that?
Yeah, we do more film. We stay away from the virtual stuff because it's like, guys have to come in every day anyways to get tested. So we on days that we would say, hey, just stay out of the building altogether. because we're coming in to get tested anyways, we just instead of going virtual, we'll just turn it into a short film session once they get here, type of thing. But yeah, there's more film and longer film sessions this year than I would normally have.
Jason Anderson.
Hi, Luke. How are you today, sir?
Good, Jason.
Good. So we've kind of started to look at, your starting lineup, how they grade out, and your closing lineup, how good they've been. As you look at those other minutes and what's happening, do you need more depth on this team, and are you searching for that, and where are you most likely to get it?
Yeah, we're obviously looking at everything, and we're trying to find the most efficient, effective groups that will allow us to continue to play at a high level and to win games and have, put ourselves in chances to win games. So we're looking at, getting guys in earlier, getting guys, leaving them in longer, different groupings with in that second unit. But it's a work in progress. So we'll keep our eyes open.
What have you identified as the issues in those stretches where you guys are playing at a minus instead of a plus?
Well, it's different game to game. Sometimes we're not scoring the ball. Sometimes we're not getting the stops that we need. So there's not one thing we can point to, but we're looking at it all.
Go back to James Ham.
Yeah, Luke, kind of coming off the Jeffries conversation about whether he'll be able to break back into the rotation, but you are playing 5 guys right around 30 minutes or more. Marvin's getting around 25, and then there's a pretty steep drop off. Is there any concern, especially with how compact this schedule is, that your guys you're going to be like duct taping them together to get them through the season?
Yeah, I mean, look, we put a lot of time and effort into the sports science part of it and the recovery. We're really trying to maximize that part of it, knowing how much we're playing them. Like I talk about the balancing act between practice and staying sharp, and I'm leaning way more towards the recovery part right now because of the amount of minutes those guys are playing. But they're playing at a high level right now, and they're winning games. So I get that there's always that risk involved, but at the same time, it's working for the group right now. So there's never a perfect answer, and we're doing everything we can to keep our guys healthy and going into the future as well, doing what we can to try to prevent any injuries from happening.